Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got a few cards out here and I'll just catch you up on the storyline right as we go. Looks to me like you've got the Six of Pentacles here. You're coming into your inheritance. You're getting what you gave, getting what you earned. What you earned here. And in the challenge position is breaking cycles. You have broken the cycle that kept you in the loop. You're no longer in the loop. And exhausted, Seven of Wands. So there could be a little overwhelm. Maybe you're challenged by somebody who's experiencing overwhelm. Maybe you're challenged by somebody who's resistant to change and they're going through a negative phase and they're exhausted from fighting with you and they're having issues and they're remembering the good times. They're remembering what they did to you. They're reminiscing about your innocence, perhaps. In your subconscious here, you're coming into your inheritance. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new job, a new venture, a new career, a new cycle. In the recent past, you've got the Six of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is resistant to change. They've got a lot of emotional baggage. Their plans are delayed. Their plans are delayed because the High Priestess is here with all her inner knowing. Maybe they had expectations of becoming the High Priestess, but their plans got delayed. They're worn out. They're going through a negative phase. You could be challenged by that. We'll have to get some more players out here. In the near future, you've got the Three of Wands. So there's preparations for moving forward to begin your new enterprise, perhaps expanding in some way. In the lens it's being looked through, you've got the Lovers here. There's a harmonious love union, which is a deep love. And it's the strength of two together. It's passionate and it's by choice. In the environment, you've got the Ace of Wands here. So you're just going to jump right in there. You got your willpower and your desire to create. And this is a new opportunity and you're going for it. You're very passionate about it. Moving into that. Hopes and fears. There is a Three of Swords. You could be hopeful that you are going to divorce, whatever this is that's been fighting you here. In the outgoing energy, we have the Tower reversed. We've got a collapse and restlessness. There is a fear of change and they're trying to avert disaster. So they're still thinking that, if they can get what belongs to you or infiltrate your union somehow, that they can then, do away with you and like take your position and flip the wheel, so to speak. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Cups. There's a loss, a moving on. They've lost. So they're trying to avert or avoid this collapse, but it's happening and they got to move on. King of Wands is here overcoming these challenges and he knows the truth. He's cutting stuff out. He's letting stuff go. He's like, pop and go. He knows the truth about everything and somebody has to walk away. Walk away. Walk away, because guess what? The truth is the Hermit shining the light on there. Doing research. Connecting with Source. Getting all connected and they're excited about their freedom. And they're in this Chariot here with a victory. Moving on. King of Cups. Love, divine masculine love. Able to be sensitive. This could be a good thing, where you come out of that warlike nature and as a celebration. Because it's been a battle, a war, the big war. Little war. Micro, macro. I don't know if it's, I'm sure it's, I'm not probably the only one. If you're an empath, if you are a transmuter of energies and a feeler of the environment, then you too are probably picking up on this sensation of what seems to be anxiety for most of the day. And it's not my energy. It's like this, I'm picking up on it, my antenna. And it's like this. It's like somebody is doing deep inhales with this anxious, you know, like they got all this inner energy that's just, it's almost too much to bear. And they're taking deep breaths and exhaling, and they can't, like they can't get a deep enough breath or something. I know it's not me. My day is fine. I've got nothing feeling like that. But then here we got also is a timeline, right? We're in, what is it, the 10th. And apparently within the next 10 days or by Christmas or whatever, something serious is supposed to be happening. I've heard mention that portals are going to be open and that there could be a timeline distribution, a magnetizing of vibration and frequency, a matchy-matchy, you know. There could be a relocation going on. And so I think there's a lot of anxiety going regarding this because we've got this right here. You're cutting people off and they're trying to avoid a catastrophe here. But it's not working out. All right, so you got your inheritance here. Ooh, okay. We're just going to put those right back in there and do that all over again. Alrighty then. So, prosperity, inheritance, and you got enough to share, which is wonderful, you know? I mean, if you're like me, then you like it when you can share. We've got a player here, though. So we're going to have to look into that. Challenge by breaking cycles, perhaps a negative phase. Somebody is exhausted. They want to give up. They're feeling overwhelmed. And they're reminiscing about the past, you know, perhaps happier days, perhaps what they've done, this player. Maybe this player is having some kind of issue with what they've done here to, yeah, wise guy. Player. So there's you're coming into your inheritance here. You've got the Six of Pentacles, but you've got a player in your energy. That's probably the one that I'm sensing having the anxiety attack. There's a player in your energy, and they're challenged because you broke the cycle, and they're going to go through a negative phase. They're exhausted. They're overwhelmed, and they're remembering this nostalgic period, or maybe they're remembering that they're a wise guy. Everybody sees them as a wise guy. History shows that they're a wise guy. Maybe they're challenged because they're thinking about that. You know, they were trying to come off as innocent and everybody sees them as a wise guy. There's failure here. They failed to move against you and your inheritance. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles, your new career. Look, leadership. You know, what they stole from you, look, it doesn't look like they're getting very lucky this time. Doesn't mean they're not going to stop trying. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. We got prophecy. Prophecy. So you're coming into your inheritance. There's a player right up in your energy having an anxiety attack. And we've got you with the Ace of Pentacles here. And it was prophesied. You're coming in. You're feeling your new role. You've got a new position here. A prosperous new venture. This player, yeah, is a wise guy. Everybody can see that. And they failed. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse and the recent past. They're resistant to change. Their plans have been delayed. Do nothing. Do nothing. A personal transition. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. Their plans have been delayed. You didn't do anything. You're coming into your inheritance. You got your new job, and it was prophesied. You didn't do anything. So now their plans are delayed because you're a high priestess here. You're connected to source. You're connected to the divine. You didn't do anything. They can't cause you hardship. They want to. They're having anxiety big time about this. Boy, high priestess, they wanted to be you. They fully intended to be you, take your inheritance, and appear as you in your career, as prophesied. They can't bring you a hardship. You're moving forward here, or there could be somebody making travel plans toward you. We're going to have to see that. There could be an expansion, some kind of a... You're moving forward with some kind of an activity. And it says overseas opportunities. So it could be that you're doing business overseas. It could be international venture. A new business. A new business. It could be, there's somebody here with a misperception. Let's just look. Okay, where'd my book go? Yeah, let's just look that up for you real quick. I'd like to remind us what that is. Cattywampus. Something is off. It's cattywampus. There's something fundamentally askew. It's a misperception. So you're moving forward. Something is fundamentally askew. What you're perceiving may not be the truth. It's a version of the truth. It's a version of the truth. So, okay, well, there we got some kind of a perception. We got this ancestry here trying to skew or spin a story, a version of the truth regarding your advancement. They can't bring you hardship anymore. This explorer. There's an explorer here. Well, we've got the lovers here. Strength of two together. An explorer. Answer the call to something bigger than self. The road less traveled. The courage to go where no one has gone before. It's a pioneering instinct that won't be or can't be constrained by the fear of failure. The lovers. Strong. Ace of Wands, willpower and desire. Potential beginnings, new opportunities for growth. You've got the urge to create. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Look. They couldn't disconnect you. They can't disconnect you. There isn't any disconnect. Somebody doesn't want to disconnect. You're entering into this new project. The new project, what? Stopping a disconnect? Hope and fear. We got a betrayal here or a divorce. Somebody doesn't want to be disconnected. They want forgiveness. Three of Swords here. So there's a divorce, a betrayal, absence. Absence. Longing for what once was or should have been. emotional or physical abandonment, wounding, anxiety, immature or negligent, or it's a loss. It could be a loss of somebody, of a loved one. So that is this. Somebody's afraid of being absent. Somebody doesn't want to be divorced. You've got your new job here, a new opportunity. You've the lovers here. There's an explorer. Somebody doesn't want to be disconnected. They are afraid of being absent. There's a tower here in the reverse, so they're trying to delay a collapse. There's this terrible thing here that going on in their life, and a Five of Cups here. They have to accept a loss, and they're very sorrowful about it. Kin. This family, there's a particular family. You may not even know who they are. This could be, historical. Because what somebody mentioned the other day that, over time, so there's lots of stories being told and the names change, but the energy doesn't. So even if there are cycles of birth and death, rebirth and death. So even though the cycles of life and death continue, the energy stays the same and the names change. And then you've got this beautiful thing where they can wipe the mind clean and make you forget all about who you are. A convenience. So you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. But you are. And this kin is in collapse. They're in a tower reverse. They're trying to avoid it. You are Arcana, and you're defending yourself against this chicken who's trying to steal your evermore and look important. This is your evermore, an important evermore. You are wholesome, and it's time. It's time for you to enter into this. And this witch who's been puppeting you or trying to manipulate your life in order to get your seat and be seen as you. I don't know. They wanted your peace. They wanted your optimism, this tribe. They wanted your creativity, your ability to manifest whatever it is that you wish in this world. But you survived. And therefore, you're stepping into your role of service, a being of service. You are the one who was burdened and passed the trials. What do they call that? When you're severely tested and challenged and you survive cycles and cycles of suffering and abuse. What do they call that? Anyway, you passed the test and you survived. You actually survived. So that means you get to be you. You get to be you. The kin couldn't take you out. They're kind of mad because you're seen as perfect and you got a whole bunch of things because you're shining and you have been forgiven. You've been forgiven. These ones martyred you. You were an innocent being. They did that because they wanted to be seen as a leader. They're watching you from an invisible place. They're probably going to watch you from an invisible place, make an appearance, and get congratulated. There's an addicted driver. These ones want to manipulate your life. They want to handle you. They're spying on your location. It's a teacher working to fulfill a promise that they made. They wanted your status of privilege and the compass of one who cares for themselves. They were in competition for your limelight position and your purpose. Yeah, they're going to try to make a visit here. Or maybe they're going to get a visit from a sovereign being. See, you are peaceful and they're just effing around. You're very well balanced and harmonized. You carry that peace, that calm, that state of harmony within you. And these ones are just out effing around, trying to be flashy and appear as though they're something they're not. They've been watching your home. They could be spying on you here and now. This actor may try to send a message. This personality, they may be, yeah, objectivity. The religion, using the Ouija board on you, bringing you drama because they want to be you. There's a backstory to this, and justice is being served. Attention has been brought. They're going to go to the grave because attention has been brought to this. There's going to be a change to them horseplaying around with you. You are being remembered, or this snake is remembering what they did when they haunted you. Huh? Yeah. Using all their teachings to fight with you, but you survived. Once again, self-preservation, and you're still love. You are still love. You are still love, regardless of all the conflict that was coming around trying to steal your body and your throne, your position, your purpose. They wanted your temple. That's all this is. You know, the temple isn't necessarily a house of wood or steel or whatever. Okay, the temple is a house of spirit. And there are certain spirits out there who need a host or a temple, and they didn't get yours. Not this time. Not this time. And they're still working it, though, because it's Christmas, and so there's this big thing. Apparently there's going to be some kind of portals opened up, and people are going to go and be moved into their new environment or something. I don't know, but there's some anxiety regarding this. Whoever this player is, this wise guy, they're freaking out because they're not seen as you, High Priestess. Everything they built was built on your energy, but you survived, as was prophesied, and they can no longer bring you hardship. They can no longer do shady things wearing your energy and your signature, your soul signature. They can't do crap with your signature, your energetic signature anymore, and pretend that they are you. Nope, can't do it. They're gonna try, because we got Christmas coming up, and there's a whole lot of anxiety, and it's a whole lot of desperation. You know, you got a bunch of people out there who have been accustomed to wearing the energy of somebody else, and then proceeding to pretend that they are this or that. You know, here to do a good deed, but they've never been burdened. They've never suffered. They don't have a personal testimony of how they attained these beautiful gifts and status. What made them so, what was it that caused the Most High to say you are the one who should be in this position because you can handle it? I mean, really, you know, you got a lot of people out there wearing the personality and the status of somebody else who never went through the trials. They were never walking through the fire. Never. They're very good at making other people walk through the fire, though. They want to make sure that that person earns their reward so that they can take them out at the last minute, put them here, and then walk around as though they are them. So you're coming into your reward here. You got the Six of Pentacles here, and there's a player here. There's a player here, and we've got reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take. So equal give and take. There's a player here who wants equal give and take. They want to come in and they want to pretend to be the one for you. Oh, they're going to promise you equal give and take. But it'll be an equal give and take, all right. But it's going to be all your beautiful stuff for a huge bag of shit. That player is not going to give you an equal give and take. It's going to be the exact opposite of what you give them, and it's going to be shit. They're challenged because you broke the cycle, and they're going to go through a negative phase. They're exhausted. They're worn out. Their confidence is destroyed. They're remembering everything that went on, whatever this wise guy did. This wise guy is remembering everything they did. It could be that they're getting what they gave. Whatever they put out, they're going to get back. There's an understanding of what they've done. Their side of the story, what it is that they've been doing. You're getting your inheritance here. You got the Ace of Pentacles, so you got a new career. Woo, new career. And it was prophesied, and these ones are feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. The anxiety is very, very heavy. Now, I don't know if this is somebody pushing in on me or if it's actually the collective. Perhaps you can tell me how you might feeling out there, you empaths. I'm sure you're picking up on it too. This is some crazy time we got going on right here. So this wise guy player, it looks like their plans are delayed because you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't retaliate. You didn't fight. You didn't get ugly. You didn't go south. You didn't go south. What you did was you healed and you rose. You went north. All the way into the North Node, High Priestess, as that's what you did. You're like, I'm not paying attention to you and your drama. I'm just going to focus on me and making certain that I am where I need to be. And that's what you did. They're chasing after you. Or maybe they don't want to chase after you anymore. Their plans are delayed. Their boat is in the reverse. This chaser doesn't want to chase you anymore. They're undergoing a personal transition. You didn't do anything. You didn't do it. Whatever. You're the High Priestess. They can't cause you hardship anymore. Yeah, they didn't do anything. So they couldn't take your position. Whatever. They're not equipped to move against you. They're being detached. They can't cause you hardship. They're being detached. Their values were all about money. There's no morality. There's no divine wisdom. There's no sacred connections to source. There's none of that. They're being detached because all they want is money. They can't cause you hardship anymore, High Priestess. What a joke. Three of Wands. So there's moving forward there, and then somebody's got a misperception or a skewed perception. It's time. They can't do anything about it. Stuff is happening. They're looking for an escape. Yeah, so you're moving forward, and whoever had the misperception of you, whoever was coming after your personality, your status in life, your actual life force, vitality, your shine, and your ability to be happy and to be loved and have a family, they wanted to take it all from you. They felt that somebody else was more worthy. They had a misperception, and now they need to escape. Because you're moving forward. You've got the Lovers here, the Strength of Two together, and you've got Explorer, exploring self-love. So this is wonderful, you know, and I'm just going to look that up again real quick because I want to put it together for myself because I have short-term memory and not really. I just have an open book. I have great flow, man. I have great flow. Yeah. So the Lovers, the Strength of Two together, deep love, and it's a choice. It's a passionate union and partnership. So what you're doing together is, so you're still trying to heal, but you got all this love inside of yourself, and so you're exploring. You're thinking outside the box. How can we increase love? Love of self. You know, we have been, many of us have been kind of pounded into us that, you know, this low vibrational belief of self or self-worth or whatever. You know, lots of folks are suffering out there from negative self-talk, and it's all a freaking program. Anyhow, the Lovers are here, the Strength of Two together, and they're exploring the various ways of improving self-care, of solidifying the value of life that we hold for self and that we are around and surrounded by. So this is good. You know, if you have a healthy self-love, you're going to be able to love those around you a little bit more and probably be a little more respectful. because that's what comes with self-love. You know, you respect yourself more. And if you're in an environment that does that, then you're probably going to have that kind of energy, which is going to be big. So in the environment, there are new opportunities here with the Ace of Wands. There's the willpower is very hard. Somebody doesn't want to be disconnected, or they could not disconnect you. They could not disconnect you, High Priestess. They couldn't disconnect you. There's damage here. You're not hurting. You're not hurting. They weren't able to cause you any damage. You're not suffering here. So they weren't able to disconnect you. They couldn't cause you any damage. They're getting divorced here. And they're being made absent. The truth is revealed. They couldn't they couldn't disconnect you. Which they wanted to disconnect you and then take your position. But they couldn't do it. So they're getting divorced. People are talking. People are gossiping. They're trying to avoid this tower. They don't want it to happen, but it's collapsing for this kin, for this family. Could be your family. Could be a family that moved against you, that was trying to steal your... Yeah, it could be a family that was moving against you. You know, they could have tried to gain a false contract, play you somehow with this reciprocity thing. I don't know. Yeah, we got conversation. Now they want to talk. They want to have a talk. See, they're trying to avoid a collapse. So this kin wants to have a conversation because they're in this Five of Cups energy of loss, because you were able to defend yourself. Why? Because you are the arcana and they are the chicken. You know what they're afraid of? They're afraid of the evermore. They're afraid of your strong love and union. That you got two important, powerful beings coming together that have an abundant inheritance, dharma, in a soul tie. Oh. So the kin, this family, they're in a collapse. They want to delay it. They want to have a conversation regarding a soul tie with a third party who wants a commitment. They're in a commitment. So they're in a soul tie commitment with a third party, but they want to come talk to you. Like they want to explain something. They're inseparable. They got to get out of your space. They got to leave. They got to stay out of your space. They're inseparable with this. They're bound to it. And now they're having disagreements because they're getting neglected, just like they neglected you. Yeah, this kin, they're getting what they gave. They got a soul tie with a third party. They're committed. They're bound to this person. They want to talk to you now. They want to get all up in your space. Isn't that something? Our love is always there. No, it's not. No, it's not. Divorced. Be made absent. You've got your third party there. You got a soul tie commitment with a third party. That's it. It's like they hurt you with this third party, and you're like, okay, bafangu, get out. They tried to disconnect you and give your energy and your title and your connections to this third party. They tried to replace you with a low vibrational being and dress them up in your value. They wanted to swap places with you. They couldn't cause you any hardship. They wanted to make you be seen as that. And now they're trying to come into your energy with their anxiety. Now they want to come into your energy with their anxiety and have a talk, because you got this inheritance now. They couldn't steal it from you. They couldn't unalive you. They couldn't take your energy. You survived. You didn't do anything. You didn't retaliate. You didn't go south node. You remained in the north node, and you rose. You rose right up there and connected to the divine. You got high morals. You're very ethical. You're sacred. You're sacred. And these ones treated you like trash. Ruins. So you're coming into your inheritance here, your abundance. This player is getting reciprocity here. Everything is in ruins for them. So the player is getting reciprocity. All of that drama, all of that hardship that they brought to you is what they're getting. Everything is in ruins. Everything's falling apart. You broke the cycle. You survived their brutality. You maintained your shine. You maintained your life. You remained in your vessel. And now they're going through a negative phase. They're feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. They were not able to steal your life force vitality. This wise guy is remembering everything that they did, and there is an understanding here. They see your side of the story. Or maybe they're challenged because you see their side of the story, and they're getting reciprocity now. Everything's in ruins. You took your energy and you walked, and now they built their foundation on your energy, on something that was never theirs while you suffered a necessary evil. And now they're struggling. They're struggling because you have an understanding. Everybody has an understanding. You're this Ace of Pentacles. You're coming into your new career. It was prophesied. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. They're continuing to stalk you and do stuff. They don't want to face it. They do not want to face the fact that you're alive, that you're an actual high priestess connected to the divine, to source divine, and you've got this position here as prophesied. They don't want to face it. They don't want to accept it. They will do everything in their power to stop you, to claim you and be you, while you take on their persona and get layered in blame and shame. Right? Adrift. They're chaff. They're low vibrational beings that want to dress up and pretend that they're something special. They want to walk around like they're this, but they were never burdened by hardship. They couldn't earn anything. And they're not able to bring you hardship anymore either, High Priestess. It's over. They're being detached. They're childish. And their values are all about money. They're this chaff. They're adrift. They're the weed seed. Their plans are delayed. This chaser doesn't want to chase you anymore. You're the High Priestess. They can't bring you hardship. They're being detached. Their values were all about money. You're nothing like them. Absolutely nothing like them. They thought that they could overpower you, overtake you. And it could be that they did this sometime in the past, that maybe for some reason, the Most High gave them the opportunity of time to change, and they chose not to. They want forgiveness now. They're hoping for forgiveness. They're getting detached. Their values were all about money. They didn't care who they hurt or how evil they got, trying to get what you are so that they can call themselves that. Dress up in the energy and actually accomplish stuff wearing your essence, your signature. They can do really mean, bad stuff. And the Most High is like, what is my goddess doing down there? It's like, oh, I'm sorry, your goddess is buried under a whole pile of blame and shame, this third-party orgy crap, while they're running around in the essence of the High Priestess, doing, blood magic and shit, Freeing demons. Secrets. They're not telling the truth. They have a misperception about you. They're trying to escape. They're trying to escape the truth. They're trying to escape these secrets. They haven't told the whole story. They want to leave. They don't want to claim it. They want to be forgiven. They want to sweep it under the carpet and pretend it never happened. You got the Lovers here, the strength of two together. They're exploring self-love. They're exploring self-love. So, I mean, if somebody really despises themselves, then they're going to despise everything around them that reminds them how shitty their life is. Rather than trying to improve their life and add value to their soul, they're going to go try to destroy that which reminds them how shitty their life is. That's just the way it is. So now you've got these Lovers here, that their strength of two together. They're exploring ways and methods of self-love. So this is something that needs to be taught. They were not able to be conquered. These lovers, this team who are coming into their inheritance. So they were not able to be conquered. They're here exploring different ways of self-love. So this is the thing, you got to increase the light and the love within the temple so that it doesn't get all envious and mad and decide that it has to go take from somebody else who's actually done the work and then pretend. You don't want a realm like that. It's just you got to actually do the work. You got to actually do the work. Otherwise, whatever comes of the output won't be high quality if you've not done the work. It'll be possible to do it, but it won't be high value, high quality. It just won't. You can't put a third party whole bag and dress her up in a high priestess energy and say, oh, okay, now my infidelity, it has some kind of morality to it. It just doesn't work that way. Hard. You're hard as a rock, baby. You're a diamond. High priestess. They put you through the fires and you came out like a diamond. They couldn't disconnect you. They couldn't cause you any damage. Things were very difficult and you came out with extreme shine. You're priceless. Your value is way out of this world. And these ones are being cut off from you. They are being made absent. And people are gossiping. They could be experiencing some difficult times right now. Alone. Without you. To lift them up. To shine the light. To energize whatever it is they got going on. So now they're in a Tower reverse. They're trying to delay this collapse. This family wants to have a conversation regarding a soul tie with a third party commitment. So they're committed to third party stuff. And they have a soul tie to that. They want to have a conversation with you. Grieving. They're grieving because you cut them off. It's like, dude or dudette, go play with your hoe bag, leave me alone. You're an empty vessel. You have empty promises. You have no love to offer. You can't fill your own cup. You want to come and siphon off me like a little tick. No. Go away. Look at this, you little snake. No. They were tempted to be childish, unfaithful, brutal, take out a high priestess and dress up their whole bag in it, and they couldn't pull it off. So now everything that they built on the energy of this high priestess previous cycle, it's all crumbling. They broke every promise that they ever made. They did not deserve this person. They did not deserve this high priestess. They're going to be put far, far away from this high priestess, and they're going to have a long, long way to go before they find what they want. They got themselves stuck in a rabbit hole, and now they need an exit plan for they were playing games with love. They're guilty of playing games with love, and you're being fierce. You may be acting aggressive, but you're just protecting yourself. You're like, hey, and they're drowning because their needs aren't being met. Everything's in pieces for this childish people. Childish people. They're tired. They don't have any energy and they want to escape, right? Because they're feeling crushed and they're reaching for you. But this is ending. It's over. It's over. And they're having anxiety attacks. They're having anxiety attacks and they're trying to push this energy out onto the collective to process the energy, to, because that's what this high priestess was for a long time. She was like a compost unit. They would put their trash, their little filthy little fantasy, sexual fantasy, whatever crap, that this deviant crap that they would get in, and they would dump it on her while extracting out her good energy, and then walking around like they were that, while she was buried under this shame, being blamed for this behavior. So you got an inheritance here. Reaping what you sowed, reaping what you're sowed, and you're ready for it. You're ready. You're ready. This player is getting reciprocity, what they gave. They're getting equal give and take. Things are in ruins for this player. You've got your inheritance. Bully. They're a bully. They're a freaking bully. They're embarrassed. People might be bullying them right now. With this reciprocity card, this player is getting reciprocity. They could be receiving bullied. They might be getting bullied. Everything's in ruins for them. You broke the cycle. The wheel of fortune is in the reverse. And so now they're going through a negative phase. They're experiencing exhaustion. Their confidence is destroyed. They're feeling overwhelmed. This wise guy is remembering everything that they did to you, and they're being very stubborn. You understand, or there is an understanding, perhaps of more than just you, of what this person was doing, and they're struggling. They're not feeling like they're being supported, and they're stubborn. They're nutty in the head. They're very arrogant. Very arrogant. They're not being supported here anymore. They're being bullied by people. Reciprocity. The high priestess was being bullied. They were causing her a lot of hardship, and now it's on them. This high priestess is coming into her inheritance. She's got a new career here, a new prosperous venture. It was prophesied. It was foreseen. These ones are stressed out. They're feeling overwhelmed by this. The stress is draining me. You doing well is draining them. They don't want to face it. They just don't want to face it. They can't stand the fact that you're this beautiful, divine being with high morals, very, very sacred soul. Yeah, they broke their vows. They broke their vows. They don't have any vows. They don't want to face it. They broke their vows. They abandoned you. They abandoned you. They broke their vows with this third-party hoe bag. They don't want to face it. They got delayed plans. See, they got this third-party hoe bag, thought that they were just going to destroy you and go live on a happy little life while they put you in a little dark cubby hole and drew the energy out of you and used your connections to the divine to say, I am that. But they're not. They never were. They don't have any self-love in them, but you do. So their plans are delayed. The chaser doesn't want to chase you anymore. You didn't do anything. Everybody knows that you didn't do anything. They were not willing to settle down and be responsible with you. They are chaff. They are a weed seed. They have nothing to offer. They're a mask wearer. They pretend. They don't even know who they are. They've been pretending so long. And you've got good news. You got a miracle here. You didn't do anything. This mask wearer is being set adrift. They were pretending the whole time. They didn't want to settle down with you. They just wanted your connections to source. They wanted the gifts of this high priestess. It was a premeditated plot to destroy her and bury her in shame and blame and guilt and sin and darkness for eternity. That was their plan the whole freaking time. They never, ever, ever had any love for this person. And they can't cause hardship for this person anymore either. They're being detached. Their values were all about money. They want forgiveness, but they're not going to gain it. They did not win. They did not win. You're moving forward. They want to escape. They're not telling the whole truth. They have a limited perception or a misperception. They lack understanding. They don't even know what's going on here. And you're not accepting any apologies. You're like, I don't want to talk to you. Why? There's no reason for this person to be in your energy. They're being detached, cut off. They can't bring you hardship anymore. The Lovers is here. The strength of two together. You're exploring ways of to increase self-love, self-healing. This self-respect, loving the divine inside the temple, the one who inhabits and makes everything okay. That one. They couldn't conquer you. They couldn't conquer either of these lovers. And look, they're mentally disturbed over it. They're just messed up in the head. It's like whatever they were doing, it came back on them. It came back on them. It's not on you. Look. Origin in the reverse. They could not take your family tree. The Lovers are here. They're exploring self-love. They were not able to conquer you. They were not able to destroy your family tree. They couldn't take it. They couldn't infiltrate it. Vitality. They couldn't steal the vitality out of it. They couldn't conquer it. Your family that's coming together, you too, exploring this self-love and what you do for life here, increasing the light and the life and the love of the divine within this holy temple that enshrines our soul and our spirit. This is phenomenal. This is the new career that was prophesied. You're going to turn the freaking light on and everybody's going to become a diamond. Oh, this is going to be good. Good, 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 good. So there you've got the Ace of Wands here. Willpower and an urge to create. You are going with it, and they could not disconnect you. They cannot disconnect you. They cannot cause you any damage. You are as hard as a diamond, and you shine so brightly. And look how big that is. You're a big diamond, huge, and every one of those facets shines a light differently. It's all shooting out in every different direction, and it's fascinating. The facets are fascinating. And you're divorcing, making absent this troll that was trying to suck the life out of you. Everybody's talking about it. Yep, they're alone. They're alone in this. And you're having sweet dreams. You're going to be left alone. They have to leave you alone. And you're going to have sweet dreams over it. They're trying to avoid a collapse, this family that you're divorcing. They want to have a conversation about a soul tie with this third party. They want to explain something. They're in grief regarding their commitment there. They're in grief regarding their commitment with this third party. They see you in your real estate. They're in grief over your real estate. They're in grief over your new connection with this the Lovers here. Exploring self-love. They're in grief over this mega project. You're going to turn the light on inside. You're going to increase the self-love. You're going to increase, and this isn't pride. This is the divine that inhabits the temple, that enshrines the soul, right? So what does the divine deserve? That inner divine. Sweetness, flowers, the little things. And the big things, whatever it is to you, But self-love is comprised of a lot of little things. So we've got, they're grieving because you're coming into this mega project. You're going to explore different ways to improve self-love for the divine within the temple. These ones are at risk. They're at risk. They're getting ready to survive a natural disaster brought about by a curse that they did, and they're furious. They did the curse, and they're furious because their pride got them caught up in it. They're overwhelmed because your family bond triumphed. And they were tempted, and they took the bribe for a big, bright idea to cause you loss and to steal your fate. You were blind, but you were full of self-love. You were full of self-love, and these ones wanted to dominate your connection here, your marriage. But you got luck on your side, and you reached your goal anyway, and you are relaxed. You got your friends here. And this is a reunion. These third world enemies tried to rob you. They're in a nightmare. Everybody that they collaborated with against these sweethearts, they're in a nightmare. Your prayers were answered. You're calm. You have inner peace. You're the king or queen of that mountain. You're about ready to go places. Go places. These ones are going through withdrawals. They're very stressed out because you get eternal love. The eternal love that they were daydreaming about stealing from you with this witchcraft. But you received your promise anyway because you have alliances who see you as trustworthy, honest, and compatible. You're a sweetheart. They like you. They see you with a beautiful mind that can create, generate. It's a gift, a delight. They may want to live and learn. There's training, so there's some training going on. It's time to train. You got a new profession here, so you're a new teacher. You're the new teacher here, and these ones are being separated from you. You're okay. You're stable. You're stable. And those who were strategizing, mind reading, and playing with your mental body, trying to take you out of here, High Priestess, they're getting confined. They're getting confined. Yeah, but it's going to get a little, the energy is going to be a little icky probably for the next week or so, 2 weeks. There's a lot of anxiety out there as this happens. You know, they couldn't take you out, slow you down, bury you, dress you. Look, and these mask wearers, you know, they just wanted to pretend and they didn't want to be. You know, and that's the thing. You're out here being. You are this beautiful life force vitality out here being, adding value to your soul, expanding in all directions, becoming more and more. And they just thought they were going to come in and take you out and dress up in your energy and pretend that they had done all that work. Lazy. Lazy. And they take all that power and they feel like they're special, and then they go out there and they use that power and they destroy because they don't know the value of that soul. They're very unfriendly. This player is getting reciprocity. They're getting bullied. Everything is in ruins. Everything's falling apart. They're experiencing some things that are very unfriendly. They may not be very friendly. They certainly aren't. They weren't to you. And now they're getting the reciprocation. You broke the cycle. They're going through a negative phase. The wheel is in the reverse. You're done with them. They're exhausted. They're overwhelmed. They're getting nutty in the cabeza. This wise guy is remembering everything they did, and you have an understanding of what this is. And they're struggling now. they're challenged because they're struggling. They're starting to have mental instability. They're getting bullied. They're getting bullied. They are getting bullied, and there is some unfriendly, hostile folk around there, and they didn't get the gift. They're struggling because they couldn't steal your gift, your essence, your life force vitality, your happiness. It's not a freaking gift, okay? It's called a life, and there should be honor and morals and respect and all of that, but people look at others as a commodity, you know, something to be used, abused, dressed up in. You got this prosperity here with the Ace of Pentacles. You're coming into a new job. You're going to be exploring different ways to increase the self-love that is for whatever is going on within this temple here. You know, the soul song, the heart song, all that good stuff. And it was prophesied that this was going to be happening. This person is overwhelmed because they broke their vow with you and they don't want to face it. They don't want to face it. They made promises with you and they broke every promise. They just wanted what you have. Sage advice in the reverse. You're not taking any advice. They didn't follow any advice. They broke their vow. They didn't take the advice. They don't want to face it. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. They couldn't unalive you and dress you up in your pretty energy. Their plans are delayed. There's unfinished business here. The chaser doesn't want to chase you anymore. You didn't do anything. You've got good news. You got a miracle. This mask wearer didn't want to settle down or be responsible. They are a weed seed. They are chaff. And they're blowing in the wind. They're blowing in the wind. Look at that. Blowing in the wind. Weed seeds. Weed seeds. Weed freaking seeds. They don't even know what they are. Perspective. Perspective. They may try to ask your perspective. They're trying to ask somebody's perspective. It could be that you have a new perspective over this situation. The High Priestess is here. High morals, very divine. They can't cause hardship for her anymore. They're being detached. Their values were all about money. They want forgiveness because they could not gain anything. They couldn't gain. They were not able to unalive her and steal from her her very life. Her right to life as a sacred and divine, highly connected being. Now they're uncertain here because their intentions aren't clear. They're trying to figure it out. They didn't gain anything. They want forgiveness. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, no, you did. Oh, you certainly did. All your friends did, yes. You're not accepting any apologies here. You're moving forward. You're out of here. You're like, I'm out of here. You're moving forward. So they had a very big misperception of you. They weren't telling the whole truth. They lied on you in a big way. Everybody can see it here. They're looking for an escape. We're looking for an escape. Curious. They're curious. They have a misperception, and now what? They're curious. They didn't understand what they didn't take the time to even try to understand. They just thought something and they went for it, and they didn't try to understand you at all. One thing that I heard was you were more gifted than they thought. And it's a good thing that they didn't know, because they would have taken it and you might not have come up out of this. So their ignorance worked in your favor. Now you're here with the Lover's card. You got a new a new union here, and you're exploring ways of to increase the self-love, to increase the value of the soul, to increase the respect and honor for the divine within inside. You were not able to be conquered. They could not take your family tree. They couldn't conquer your family tree. They couldn't take it. They didn't want to. I mean, they wanted to, but they couldn't. Origin, this is a vitality. They couldn't take the vitality of your family tree. There's no vitality here. Conquer. They couldn't conquer you. They have no vitality. It could be that the family tree that they're connected to has no vitality. They're not as strong as they thought. See, this is the thing, is that you're a light being. You're a high priestess. You're highly connected to source. You are sacred and divine. You're like cream of the crop. And this person chose a third party mask wearer who doesn't even really know who they are. There's nothing sacred about them, nothing faithful about them, nothing truthful about them. And they took your energy and they wanted to dress that person up in it and say that they were that, while you got dressed up in their stuff. And that's what they were doing. And whoever this person is, they don't have the vital force to move against this high priestess and her connections. They just don't have it. Dishonesty. Well, that came out like this, and it came out kind of in the reverse. Dishonesty in the reverse. There's no information being withheld. The truth is out. They couldn't conquer you. They couldn't take your vital force. It could be that they don't have the proper amount of vital force to move against you. The truth is out. You're not a liar. You're not whole. There's no information that's being withheld. Ace of Wands is a new opportunity, a new beginning. They could not disconnect you. They cannot disconnect you. They cannot cause you any damage. You are as hard as a diamond. And not only are you as hard as a diamond, but you're massive. You're like this humongous. You're like the infamous humongous pink diamond or whatever. But it's worth all the millions in the world. All the millions in the world for that pink diamond. But unfortunately for them, you are priceless. Health in the reverse. Somebody is losing their health, and it could be that life is getting really hard for them and they're losing their health. They could not cause you damage. They could not disconnect you. They could not step into your energy and your connections and your vital force and say, voila, that's me. No, now they're sick. Now they're sick. And things are getting real hard for them. You're divorcing them. You're cutting them off. 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, divorce, betrayal, disloyalty. They are being made absent. They're getting kicked right out of your life. People are talking about it. They're getting left alone while you have sweet dreams. They have to leave you alone while you have sweet dreams. They can't mess with you. They got to get right up out of your business. They're got to get out. You wanted to be absent. You wanted to go and betray and be deceitful and hurtful and try to steal the life of this high priestess so that you could give her energy to a third-party mask wearer, so that they could go out and pretend that they were a high priestess and use that vital force, that beautiful, priceless energy to pretend that they are this magnificent being and misuse it and hurts people. You know, if you don't have the vital force and the essence, and if you haven't walked the path to earn this status, and you step in it as a low light, mask wearing, envious, jealous, deceitful, and prideful person, you're just going to walk in there and you're going to hurt people. The energy is too pure, it's too powerful, it's too potent. You will hurt people if you don't know how to walk in that. And that's why the world looks like it looks right now. They went out there and they professed to save souls, and the ones that they were saving and dressing up in this beautiful divine energy, weren't worth it. Look, bad news in the reverse. They can't bring you some bad news. There's no bad news here. You got sweet dreams. There's no bad news for you. You got sweet dreams. These ones are being left alone. They're being made absent. You're divorcing them. They're trying to avoid a collapse. They're in a tower reverse. So this kin, they want to have a conversation about this soul tie with this third party commitment. You know, they're grieving because you're entering into this mega project. You're going to teach self-love. You're going to teach people how to turn on all the little lights inside, you know? Every single cell within the body is going to start flashing light. You're going to be a supernova. You're going to be a walking supernova, man. And these lower vibrational entities won't be able to survive in a realm like that. And that's one reason why they wanted to take this high priestess out and dress up a lower vibrational with it. Because you are sacred. And they don't like that. They like lower vibrational energies. You're honest. Oh, look at that. They're grieving because you're honest, and you both of you're very truthful, you're very respectful, you have ethics, morality, integrity, honor, and love for each other. A passionate love, a deep love, and it's choice. It wasn't like, you know, two people who didn't know each other coming together. No, this is choice. You're choosing to love each other, which makes it even better because it's not forced. You know, this is really good. I'm very happy for this high priestess. Look, oh, we got a whole bunch of people yelling at each other. They feel like they've been tricked. They took unsolicited advice. They followed it. They feel like they've been tricked. They're yelling. They need a loan. Oh my gosh, they don't have any money. They need to get something off their chest. They got to get, like that anxiety. Like they can't catch a breath. They got to get it off their chest. They need a reconnect. You are the thing that they thought this other person was, dressed up in your energy. No, wasn't. They want to check in, but you're uninterested. You're uninterested because you know they want revenge for your future. They want to take out revenge for the future that you are going to have and the support that you are going to have. They want to travel. This entertainer, this person who is coming after you, finding it very entertaining, they want to travel toward you. They got negative thoughts in their mind. They are going to ask for a small favor in order to connect, or a big favor. But the secret here is that they need a safe space. They need to be covered in your energy. They need you to connect with them, to give them a favor, to accept a favor, to give a gift, to accept a gift, to have a conversation, to energetically entwine yourself with them. They're bragging about the chaos that they were bringing to you. They thought it was great. They want a date. They may want to make plans for a date so that they can deliberately manipulate your perception of reality regarding love and this tribe and the obligation that you may have or feel for them. They want to skew your perception and keep you ensnared, enwrapped, intertwined. But your intentions are pure, and you're saying goodbye. You're taking all of your empathy with you, and they're trying to apologize for their envy. But it's like, look, man, I'm friendly and you're greedy and I got a new career here and I'm sorry, but you collaborated to take me out. So you were laughing at my growth as I was struggling to rise up out of the deep pit you threw me in the past. They want you to welcome them so bad. They're desperate for you to welcome them back into your life. They want to sabotage your great news. This imposter is spreading rumors about you in the grapevine. So they're talking nasty crap about you through the grapevine. They're spreading rumors all while here trying to have a conversation and explain something, why they went with the snake. They want to skew your perception regarding the reality. And the reality is they wanted to destroy you and dress up a trollop because they were lower vibrational, nasty, and they would do whatever they were told to do. be as cruel as possible. And this person got off on it. It was power, right? And they were wearing your energy. Power. And now they don't have it. I hope this clarifies something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.